Welcome in once again, guys. We're here to feed that Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard addiction, guys. You guys already know we have Infinite Impermanence, the PCR. Infinite Impermanence now has a Starlight Rare that we all know came in the tins for 15 bucks. It's not bad, man. Like the Starlight Rare, we'll probably talk about it tomorrow or in our upcoming tin market watch later this week, most likely tomorrow, boys. But again, that Starlight Rare is amazing. 15 bucks. I think it's a great long-term pickup. But again, don't forget, there's people out there that they have their preferential rarities. They're like, Jay, I prefer the PCR, prefer, one that came in the rarity collection. Uno classic rarity collection, hard to get. It's more scarce. And when you come to the PCR version here, you can see there's only 27 listings. It's not like 50 listings, 100 listings. So a card like this is not as easily and readily available as some people might think. And you can come and see here that about 5 months ago, this card was $27, guys. $27. And all it has done is just tank in price, crash, dump into oblivion here, all the way down to single digits, guys. So again, you have a couple play sets here and there, 1 and 2 ofs, around $9, give or take. So again, in the single digit territory, if you've always wanted the PCR, or maybe as an investment, great time to consider picking this up. Now, we understand this card, if I'm not mistaken, is getting, I think it's like a secret rare reprint later on this year. In the legendary, is it legendary collection product? There's a product coming out that I think in the same product that Mulcharmy Meows is getting reprinted. I think Impermanence coming in there as well, if I'm not mistaken. So again, the point of that is that this card is always going to get reprinted, is the staple of staples. We understand. But when it comes to holographic versions, especially luxury rares from the rarity collection, it's not bad. $9 for the PCR, just something to consider. The card is more scarce than people think. It is the staple of staples, and yes, we're gonna get another holographic print later on. We understand, but it already got its Starlight Rare, which is the matching, technical max rarity, high rarity. So unless it gets like an alternate art in the future, sure, it can get more holographic prints. But again, this PCR can be considered to be high up there with the other rarities for this card. So yeah, I mean, the PUR is around 10, 11 bucks. So these prismatics, these luxury rares have retained value, in general throughout history. So keep it in mind. It's a staple of staples, PCR at single digits, just one that has been crashing down. Guys, from 27 to 9, that's like what, down 3x? That's crazy. Look at this chart, man. Look at that. And if you see all the way back down to the scene of the crime, if you go to the yearly chart, literally went from 9 up 3x of 27s and crashing right back down to 9. It's crazy. You want to pick up cards that have crashed all the way back down to the scene of the crime. Keep it in mind, there's going to be another reprint coming, but especially if this is your favorite rarity at single digits, you just can't go wrong with the staple of staples. Now we have Guiding Quem, the virtual Starlight Rare. We understand this card has a quarter-century secret rare, inside Stampede, and it has the full rarity treatment, so we understand. But again, this is the 4-set Starlight Rare from Cyac, Cyberstorm Axis. Keep in mind, guys, if you go to the yearly chart, this card used to be 150 bones. 150 bones. No one's coming here to Starlight Rare Guiding Quem and analyzing the fact that a year ago it was above $150 and it's crashed all the way down, it says here, to 70 bucks. So essentially giving you guys that 50% dump. That's what you want to be looking for, especially with high-end staples like this. You want to keep in mind branded support around the corner. Guiding Quem, with this new structure getting released, a lot of branded hype. Guiding Quem, don't sleep on it. Just don't sleep on it. I mean, the potential is just there. Look at this outlier candle. We love talking about outlier candles on the channel. Of course, with a high-end card like this, it takes a lot to move price in the sense that it takes deeper pockets. It's not like a $6 card, a $4 card, a $3 card. But again, this outlier candle, what it does is shows renewed interest, renewed just want people out there wanting the card, picking it up. I mean, people might say, oh, it's just 7 sales. Yeah, but the card was having 0 sales, 1, 2, not too many. And then one of these days, boom, 7 sales coming in, around 70 bucks. And that's where we're at right now. The card is 68 bucks, 15 listings only. You have multiples here around 70s to high 60s. It does go towards 80s at the bottom of the page, but card is still readily available. Again, it doesn't have to be the end all be all. I'm not saying that everyone's going to be playing triple guiding Quems out there and everyone needs this card and people are going to rush in and get the Starlight Rare per se. But if you are, you know, a branded player and you love this card and you want, you know, the core set Starlight Rare, all I'm saying, it's crashed enough. It's crashed over 50%. It is considered to be the technical max rarity, the more scarce version of the card. Just keep guiding Quem in mind. The Starlight Rare, we already told you guys to pick up the quarter century at single digis. It already went up. Now you have the Starlight Rare here. Don't let this be triple digis. That's all I'm saying. If you're looking for something to throw a couple of bones at, you know, you want to pick it up, this card can hit triple digis, boom, in a heartbeat, in a blink of an eye, just off the branded hype. A lot of people are forgetting about it. Just keep it in mind. Look at that. This card is always treated as a Dogmatica and Despia card. So keep it in mind. You know, it's a card that also with the new Dogmatica support, you just never know. Just never know. Keep this one in mind. First link in the description down below if you want to buy any of these tanking card prices because you believe we're near a low for them. Then first link in the description down below. Come over here, fast track these cards all at your convenience. With just a couple of clicks. Guys, tomorrow we will be selecting our giveaway winner. Tomorrow we will be giving away this Dracotail core. Shout out to Ungowned X tomorrow here on the channel. I'm gonna just come over here. We're gonna take this again, integrity and transparency at its finest as always. We're gonna take this link right here and we're gonna put it here, the URL. We're gonna put it right here. We're gonna just pick a winner. You know, we'll probably go with the likes because it has you know, over 1.2k likes, so don't sleep on it. This is your last chance, essentially. Your last chance, because the next video, the next time you see me talking to you guys, I'm going to be selecting the winner tomorrow in just 24 hours, give or take. No better time to get exposure to participate now. A link in the description down below. Just a couple clicks. You never know, man. You take just a couple clicks, a couple moments of your time, it might be you winning this Dracotail deck core, so don't miss out. Make sure, again, Discord, X, we have those there. $15 off over there and whatnot. Make sure you take advantage of that. And make sure you ring that bell. You like the video on the way in. You subscribe, guys, as we continue to grow. It's all thanks to you guys. I really appreciate it. And none of this content is official financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. So again, after YCS Lil, Apophis of the Serpent went ham, went crazy. People were like, oh, now I want to play Scrubodions like Jay, you know, because Primite Scrubodions, you know, won the YCS Leo, and then also you have the double whammy with Genesis format. People taking this to the Genesis Invitationals and actually playing with the deck, and they need this card. And yeah, this card was $5, $6, boom, went up all the way to 18s. Massive parabolic spike. So once that happens, you want to wait for the retracement back down to the mean. And now it says 1168s. The card is $8. 51 listings, that is not bad, guys. If you need this card, if you're on the sidelines, if you want to play Scrubodions like your boy Jay, then I think no better time to pick this card up right now as single digits. Of course, it can get reprinted at any moment. Who knows? Maybe, you know, an OTS 29 about that, but you know, who knows, man? Who knows? But for now, it's a single print. For now, it doesn't even have a max rarity. It just came in Maze of the Masters and ultra rare. The card is not as easy to get as people think, and as it has been retracing back down to the mean, you see that volume has been picking up. So no better time to pick this card up at single digis. Don't let it crack into the double digi mark again, into the teens. Pick it up now. This is what you want to do. You had a parabolic spike, you wait for the crash, the retracement back down to the mean. In this case, not just halfway down, but it came, I mean, to $8. That's a hefty retracement, man. $9, not bad at all. It does quickly go towards double digis at the bottom of the page. So no better time to pick this card up right now, in the sense after the spike, after it topped. You know, of course, before then it was obviously a great time at around 3s and some change, around $10 a play set, but it did spike up. And after the spike, you just, patience wins this game, in the sense, yeah, you missed the lows, you don't want to be FOMOing in at the highs. You want to wait and give yourself the best shot, and this is called the best shot here at around $9 before eventually it reclaims the double digi mark. Then we have Dracotail P right here from Doom of Dimensions. This card, it came out, it was $20, went all the way up to 30s. Crazy. Guys, you need to understand, it went up to 30s. It wasn't like, oh yes, Jay, it was that random Billy Bob. He was like, you know, I just need the card right now. And yeah, I'm paying 90 bucks plus tax because I need it. I need a playset. Even if I'ma just play one or however many copies, I need a playset because I love Dracotail. I love the green. I love the artwork. You know, Jay, you said my favorite color is green because we're addicted to the green. I need 3 of these. And then they come in and it's 65 items sold. 65. It wasn't like a random willy-nilly Billy Bob coming in here. 65 orders fulfilled right here at 30 bones, guys. Insane. Insanity. And then you even had people 363 orders at 22.56, and now the card is 15 bucks. So again, this is the definition of patience wins this game. When did Doom of Dimensions come out? Like 2 weeks ago already? It's crazy how time is flying by. This set came out 2 weeks ago. So if you waited 2 weeks, yeah, I get it, Jay, but I was going to Anaheim, but that's separate. That's separate. I'm talking about people that, you know, they could have waited. You know, you could have given yourself a shot. You could have waited 2 weeks in, you know, just play without it or play a different deck or just wait, find a way to wait because you save money. You save money. Like now, this is patience wins this game. Like you come to the monthly here and you're not literally consolidating, but the angle of decline is less and less and less. We'll probably enter the consolidation phase very, very soon at around 15 bucks. So 79 listings. So now you see these walls of China right here. Now is when I would be coming in and be like, okay, I need my one of, I'm paying 15. Sure, it could go down to 10s. Anything is possible, but 15s, you know, the card hit 30s at one point, is down 50%. Count me in, Jay. I'm coming in, getting my copy. Now is a great time. Or if you just want this card, not even to play, you want to have access to it, or whatever your reasonings are, 15 bucks, that's where you, like, that's the base level. Sure, if it goes below that, then even better. But the base level where I would start getting exposure to this card is 15. It is a core set secret rare. And I'm not saying it can't go down below 15s. I'm talking about it was 30s. Literally, look, $34. There was 17 orders at 30. This is insane. Look, that's why I love the monthly chart, because it gives us like actual numbers. Look, these people at above 30, there was 4, that's 2 more, that's 6 orders. That's let's see, 12, that's 18 orders. And 17, that's what, 35, I think. I'm bad at math. And then it was like just all these people coming in, rushing in, picking up this card. Just crazy, man. Insane. So the card continues to crash down, and it can go below 15s. But I'm just saying, like, if you waited this long and you needed to play your deck building, things of that nature, you might want to consider picking it up at around 15 bones. Then here we have Lollipop Yummy CR. Crazy how these things keep just crashing down in price. You know, the CR version recently was like, I mean, it was like 17 bucks, 16, 15. It was between 15 and 17 here for a good while, guys, since it came out. And then all of a sudden now it just entered falling knife mode, crashing down to all-time lows at around 11 bucks. 39 listings. I expect this card to hit single digits. We'll see if it happens in the short term here. Because again, no one's buying this. It's crazy. It's like everyone that wanted it has it. You know, even though the deck continues to perform, you know, these mid-max rarities just continue to get dumped down in price. So yeah, man, Lollipop Yummy is not bad. Like if you're playing Yummy and you want the CR and you waited this long, you just have the, you know, you got the more budget option, the ultras, and then you can come in here today and be like, okay, let me upgrade to the CR. If you really love the deck, you enjoy the deck, like it's not a bad price at 11 bucks. Sure, it can hit single digits. Actually, that's what I would expect just based on, you know, this trend right here. If we go to the monthly, look at that, accelerating towards the downside, single digits, basically expected. But this card could also reverse and be 15 bones. No one would be surprised as a CR. So just want to keep in mind that it's already been crashing down, as you can see on the 1 month. Literally a month ago it was 16 bucks, and now the card a month later is already down 5 bucks. So one to keep on your radar. Then we have Herald of the Arc Light. This card is crazy. I mean, the fact that it got hit on the list, you know, this rarity collection one card 3 months ago was $44. And you come in today and the card, it says 17, 18s, but really it's around 15, 16 bucks, guys. 62 listings. It's insane. You know, volume has been picking up a tad bit here near the lows. I mean, but if you need like your one of, then you pick it up. You pick it up at around 15s, not bad. You didn't FOMO in at around 40s. You waited all this time. Sure, can the card continue going down? Of course, but the card is still being played. You know, still being played. It's not like it was straight up banned, so people still need it. People are gonna still be coming in for this version, so not bad. If you need this card at around 15s, it already crashed into oblivion right here. These prices are tanking just really hard for a card like this. So 15s is that base level. Like, let's say, oh, you know what, I'm gonna play Yummy right now. Let's say I make that decision, I'm gonna come in, if this is the rarity I want, you know, 15 bones, not bad at all for this current card that is actually still at 1 seeing meta relevant play. So make sure you guys don't miss out. Then we have Exodia the Forbidden One. This is the limited pack World Championship 2025, the Emblazoned Ultra Rare. This card came out, it came out at 115 bucks. It went crazy to 140s, a lot of hype. You know, oh my God, the World Championship cards, I want the Exodia, looks crazy. It has the stamp and it looks beautiful, and you know, I'm a collector and this and that and the third. And then from 140s, a month later, 1 month later, the card has gone down from 140s all the way down. It says to 80s, we wish. The card is 67 bones, 26 listings, guys, here. So the card is essentially down 2x. The card is down 50%. 50%. And look at these candles look large, but haven't been many sales. Like, there's not a lot of people buying this card. There's not, you know, there's just not a lot of people, of course. And look, even some people have been getting deals at around 60s. Crazy because people got these, they just want to sell it, they want to move it, they don't really care about it. And that's the thing, like, Yu-Gi-Oh is not like a collector's market. It's not a collector's game. Now, of course, you do have collectors out there and they're going to want this card. So long term, this might actually age very well. But the thing is that we're just a month in. This relatively not too long ago came out. And as you can see, I mean, 60s, anything in the 60s, I think is good. I mean, ideally, I see this card and I would want to pay like 50 bucks for it maybe. But anything between 50 and 60s should age well for this card. And it could be triple digis down the line, like way down the line, a year, 2, 3 years out. It can, as a collector's piece, maybe reclaim the triple digi mark. But card has been crashing down. Just no signs of consolidation yet. Chart hasn't even updated. That's how fast it's been going down in price as of late. Chart hasn't even updated. So we'll see. I'd give it a little bit more time, see if it goes down into the 50s. But just definitely one. I know there's a couple of you guys out there that would want a card like this. So we're just covering it just so you can keep these factors in mind. Then we have Vanquish Soul Holly Suit. Wow, how the mighty have fallen. It doesn't matter that the deck did it win the invitation, I think, or it was heavily represented. I already forgot like what actually won. I think so, right? But the whole point is this is actually seen play in Genesis format, and the markets don't care. Markets don't care. How the mighty have fallen. The card recently was 7s and some change, and it says it's dumping down into the 5s here, making an all-time low. And yeah, 100 and over 100 listings. Card is around $6. So yeah, man, it recently made an all-time low and then just rebounds here with volume coming in after probably the Genesis Invitational representation there. And now it's just hovering at around $6. So you need a playset for 20s. Not bad if you're building the Genesis version of the deck. A lot of people like the deck and they like the fact that they can play it in Genesis. Personally, I think is a broken deck in Genesis, but there has to be broken decks in any format, so it is what it is. So yeah, 20 bucks for a playset if you're playing this deck in Genesis. Not bad for you to make those considerations for this ultra rare. You know that it's literally at all-time lows, and you know it might start consolidating between $5 to $6. If you need the card, I'd be picking it up right now, because the thing with a card like this is that we don't know if and when it's getting a reprint. You feel me? So that if Genesis format continues to grow, if people continue, you know, to start playing the format and building this deck, this could be a $10 card again. It can be a double-digit card again. It can. I'm not saying it has to or that it will be, but the potential is definitely there for a card that shouldn't be seeing a reprint anytime soon. So just keep this one in mind. Just keep it in mind. You do have Stake Your Soul. This card still continues making just new lows, man. Wow. Look at that. Under 5s now. Under 5s, multiples here at under 5s. You know what I mean? You mean what I know. If you need this card, under 5s, not bad. If you're playing the deck, $15 post-tax for a place at a Stake Your Soul, that is good. It's good. The card was $50. It's down 10x because, you know, it fell out of favor in the meta after, you know, the ban list. So right now for Genesis format, it's a great time, you know, to pick these cards up, especially if you're building that Genesis deck. Not bad at all. Anything under fives is fine compared to previous prices. Wow, this is insane. Insane. This is like one of the purest charts with reference to hype cycles. Wow. Just amazing. Amazing run. Insane. Insane. And then you do have Vanquish Soul raising, continues to crash down as well. Card was 33s, recently 547s. And look at that. Under fives here as well. 65 listings, played at 3s in Genesis format. So if you need your copies, anything at around 5s is good. It does go towards 550s at the bottom of the page, but the supplies here, people are moving away from this card as it continues crashing down. But if you're playing Genesis format, not a bad time to pick up Vanquish Soul cards. That's all I'm saying. These cards can 2x, no one would be surprised. Not saying that it has to, but if it does, we have the understanding now, most likely due to Genesis format. So, and even in modern, there's still people playing Vanquish Soul, especially at the regional or even at the local level. Then we have K17, Izuna here just continues making new all-time lows. Recently, the card was like $23.99, $24, and you come here, you're starting to see the cracks at 23s here, 102 listings, over 100 listings. So yeah, even though people now are using Noroi and K9 Christian, one Anaheim, and people don't really care. Look, you see sales here even at around $20. People don't really mind. They're like, most people that want this card have it. Volume has stayed consistent. At this stage and age, maybe we hit 20s. If you needed to play, you see these walls of China, at least you're buying the all-time lows and you didn't come in here at 40s or 30s. But yeah, man, Izuna at around $23. If you can get it for 20s, not bad. It might continue going down. We'll continue to monitor this one. But it just continues making new all-time low after new all-time low. Every time we've talked about this card is $1, $2 down, things of that nature. So, the card was 30s and then it just flash crashed, falling knife mode to the current $23 price. So we'll continue to monitor this one as it continues to crash down. Then we have Mulcharmy Meows, guys. This QCSR, again, yeah, we understand the secret rare had a tad bit of a rebound lately, but the quarter century secret rare just continues making all-time lows. It says 138. The chart hasn't even updated. This card is double digits now. 34 listings. The card has cracked into the double digi mark. Wow. It's under $100 for the first time ever. The card just continues to get destroyed in price. And, again, it is getting a reprint. Again, later on this year, it's already been announced. Plus, the card is not seeing the heaviest of meta relevance, either in advanced format or even Genesis format. But yeah, the high end people are just selling this card. They're getting rid of it. Wow, look at this crash. A card that was 220s, now is $98. Just insane. Wow, the chart hasn't even updated. Crazy crash here into all-time lows, falling knife mode. So chart hasn't even updated. That's how fast it's been crashing down. If you've ever needed it, I guess 100s is way better than paying 150s or 200s. But I'd wait for a tad bit of consolidation just to see before pulling the trigger for still a $100 card. But wow, crazy how this Mulcharmy just has been destroyed in price. And the artwork is nice, man. But Starlight Rare Meows coming soon. You just never know these days. We have Harpie's Feather Duster. This ultimate rare, I had no clue. I get we had the 10 version reprint, the alternate art, we understand. But this OG art ultimate rare from OTS Pack 24, it was like 15 to 20s the other day. And then I came in here, I'm like, look, it was $20 just 3 weeks ago. It was $19-20. And then it says 15s. And now it's $8. I was like, what? 45 listings? This card is single digits? I'm like, this is not bad. This is not bad, bro. Like $8 to $9 for an ultimate rare Harpie's Feather Duster, a card that actually sees play in the meta at 1. We get it. Now you have the Starlight Rare alternate art, came in the 10s. That's the one that I own. Because it's too cheap and I got it Euro print from Anaheim. Beautiful. It looks beautiful, right? But this is single digits for the OTs? Wow. Now it makes me question, is it going to keep going down towards 5s? Quickly reclaims the double digit mark, so I doubt it. So I think these are like one-off deals, guys. It's not bad. Not bad. If you can pick this ultimate rare that it's at 1, if you can pick this card up for single digis, I think it ages very, very well. Yes, we have Starlights now and more options, and they can reprint this Starlight rare in like a rarity 5 or somewhere else, because the Starlight that came in the tins is the alternate art. So we understand that, right? But $8 for an OT? OT Harpie's Feather Dust? That's too cheap, boys. It is too cheap. It is what it is. This is a flash crash. I would be taking advantage of it right now. Make sure you don't sleep on Harpie's Feather Duster Ultimate Rare from OTS Pack 24. We have a Bow Q, the Lightless Shadow. This card was $8, went all the way up to 20s, and now 47 listings. You know, you have a place at here at 15s, and that's why it's always good. Even though the card has been at $20, you always get these flash deals at times. You know, a card that's 20, some people come in $5 less just to, you know, be able to provide a deal, move the cards, things of that nature. After a couple of listings here, does reclaim the $19 to $20 mark. So 47 listings. If you want to take advantage of these flash crashes like this one right here for a Bow Q from Supreme Darkness, we don't know if and when it's getting a reprint. So at around 15s. After being $20, not bad at all if you need exposure to the card. Then we have Kaibaman the Legend. This card went up to $11-12, was around $4 or $5, and now it's crashing all the way back down. Look, it was 6s going up to 12s, 100% increase, and then just retracing back down to the mean. Wow. I mean, look at that, 671s. I mean, let's clean this up janitor style. I'm here just very, very quickly. Let's see right here. Yeah, so okay, so the card is $8. You saw there was some deals in the 6s right here, but the card is still $8. The card was 12s, so it's down from 12 to 8s. Not bad if you need it, and we're starting to curve into consolidation with volume, guys. Look, we need men lie, women lie, the charts don't lie. Excuse me, guys. Look, let's take a look at this here real quick. Look at this. Look, you had the parabolic spike, right? And then look, the key here is that we're curving. It's curving into consolidation. That's beautiful. Before the next leg up, that's what you're starting to see here. So again, that's what you want to buy. You had the massive spike, you didn't FOMO in, you waited, card is down $4. Now is when you buy. Now is when you buy. You don't want this to start doing this. You feel me? Like, you want to make sure that you buy right now. Of course, the card can continue crashing down. Anything is possible. But once you start seeing curvature into sideways action after we had this retracement back down to the mean, usually that's the best time to buy if you want or need the card. Also, another factor that we see here is volume. As we can see here, volume is picking up and staying consistent. You know, it's not like volume is dwindling down and there's a lack of interest and no one's paying it. No, people still want the card and they're wanting it more at the cheaper price. So usually when you combine volume with, you know, these patterns or curving into consolidation, things of that nature, that's when, you know, things start. It's like you're drawing a picture and things start to make sense. Like you can see it. You're like, okay, we retrace back down to the mean. We're curving into consolidation. Volume has stayed consistent. You start stacking up one factor above another factor above another factor. And then, you know, usually this happens eventually. And then people are like, man, I didn't know why this is going up. And, you know, this and that and the third. It's not all a fundamental reason. Charts, men lie, women lie, the charts don't lie. Technical analysis, it works more times than not, as we've shown here on the channel time and time again. Guys, take advantage of this retracement back down to the mean if you feel like you need this card. Why? Because this card, it came in Duelist Advance. It's not getting a reprint anytime soon. It's a Warrior Tuner. It's a Blue Eyes card. Just keep it in mind. It's not the end all be all. It's not meta relevant, but some of these cards don't have to be. They just have people that always want this card, especially as it retraces back down to the mean. Take advantage of this. If you want this card, no better time to pick it up before eventually it can potentially become double digits. And here we have Sky Striker Ace Shizuku. Again, the quarter century secret rare. This card is under $5. Crazy. If you go to the yearly chart, the card was $3 at one point. It went all the way up to double digits. Double digits, 10, $11, and then it broke the trend. Crash all the way back down. It says the 5s, and here we are. 49 listings. You have a couple 1-ups and place that's at 5s. That's not bad. If you a Sky Striker player, you want the quarter century secret rare from Bonanza, you know, that came out ages ago at this point. $5 is not bad. It's much better than paying 10s as people were FOMOing in at the all-time high. So yeah, if you love Sky Strikers, you want to get exposure to this card, quarter century QCSR from B. You know, what's B? Bonanza is not bad at all. And it's crazy, guys. It's crazy. Let me just see the chart here. Okay, that's the 6-month chart. Let me just see here. So look, I just want to do this here real quick. Again, it doesn't really matter about the card in this instance. It's about the lesson. When we say the trend is your friend until the end, this is what we mean, guys. You literally connect the dots. We're playing Connect 4 right here. We connect the dots. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So that's perfect. Look, we had an uptrend. And where did we break it? We broke it right here. Broke it right here. And when the trend is your friend until the end, this was the end. Because look what the price has done after it broke the trend, guys. Beautiful. Especially once we break the previous pivot, which in this case was right here. You know, right here, this previous pivot right here. Now it broke it, man. That's when it hasn't looked back, and it just accelerated from there, guys. So again, broke the trend. So now you want to buy. After it broke the trend line, it broke all key pivots. It crashed all the way down to 5s. No better time to pick up this card, in my humble opinion. We have Neptibus, the Atlantean Prince. If you're a Mermill player and you love quarter century secret rares, this one from Bonanza as well. It's like no better time to pick it up, guys. Honestly, this is at all-time lows. All-time lows. When you come to the yearly chart, this card used to be $20. A $20 bill, a 20-piece McNuggies from Mickey D's. And now you come in here, and this card is $3. Crazy. Even if you're not a Mermill player, I think this is just a great investment. If you can add these to your cart, that's great. It does quickly go, reclaim the 4s, and then you want multiples you're gonna have to pay near 6s, right here. But the card has been $3. Volume has been coming in because people feel it's just too cheap. Look at all these sales at around 3s. Look at all these sales. Look, there was even one at $1.50. Look, $2.50, 3s, $1.50, 3. You see? So again, don't let this card hit 5, 6s, maybe even double digits one day. Mermill players love their Neptibuses. Yes, the deck fell out of favor. We understand in the meta, but you never know. It is Neptibus, QCSR. Anything between 3 to 6s should age very well. Just one that has crashed down, and I wanted to highlight for you guys. We have Blackwing Armor Master, Starlight Rare. Don't forget about this card. Guys, you have to keep in mind, this is a Starlight Rare for a card that is actually played in Edison. Yes, you do have the quarter century secret rare around 4 to 5s. We understand, much cheaper. But this is a Crystal Revenge, Battles of Legend, Starlight Rare. It used to be $40 a year ago, and now it's just 27s. And the card is around $25. So the card has crashed down from 40 to 25s, 32 listings. So if you are into Starlight Rares like this, you play Edison, this is the version you want. 25s is great. It reclaims the $30 mark towards the bottom of the page. So you definitely want to keep it in mind. Don't sleep on it. Again, this is not a highly liquid card. It's not the end all be all. It's like, oh my God, everyone's rushing for this. Not necessarily, but it's an Eddie Edison extra deck card for what many consider to be, the best deck in Edison. So keep it in mind. As a Starlight Rare, I wanted to highlight this one as a mid-max. Price-wise, it's mid-max in the sense of 25s. It's like 50, 100. So keep it in mind, man. Just keep the card in mind. We have 1-for-1, guys. This card, if you go to the 6-month here, you can see the card was $8, $9. I mean, if you go to the yearly for that matter, the card was $6, $7. And it spiked up to $9, $10. And then after that, it just kept going up towards 13s. But now it's saying we're retracing back down to the mean to 1080s. We wish. This card is 750s, man. This card is 750s. It gave all these gains. It gave it right back. Chart hasn't updated. Wow. 39 listings. You have one-ofs all the way towards $10 though. So if you need this card, if you feel like you need this card, you need to get your hands on it. 750s is not bad. This card can be up 25% to the $10 mark, the double-digit range. So 1-for-1 is an iconic Yu-Gi-Oh card. It always ends up seeing play one way or another throughout Yu-Gi-Oh history. So it does have the alternate art as well, but this is the OG print. If this is the one you like at 750s from Bonanza, a lot of cards from Bonanza have been crashing down. I'm gonna have to do a Bonanza market watch probably next weekend, so stay tuned for that. Then we have Arc Rebellion XYZ Dragon. Again, this ranked 5 because of the Vanquish Soul hype and all the craziness. It went bonkers. It went bonkers. The card was 250s. No one cared about it. Spiked up, went parabolic to $16.59. Some people paying over $20 for a copy of a card that now is crashing back down instead of the 6s. And that's where we're at. 36 listings. Wow. The card is essentially down 3x from the highs. And after a couple of 1s and 2-ofs playsets here and there, it does reach the $8 mark at the bottom of the page. So if you need like your 1-of, It's not bad for the max rarity version of this card from Phantom Rage. Extremely old card, hard to get. So if you need it at around $6, much better than paying 16, 17, 18, or 20s, as it was hype about a couple months ago, actually. So yeah, man, card has crashed down. Insane. And we have Nadir Servant. This is one that I personally thought would spike up due to the Dogmatica hype, but it really didn't. You know, the card used to be $40, 39, $40, and then it crashed down, it says to 18s, and here we are, 39 listings. We're literally at a local low here. You know, wow, just crazy that the card hasn't really you know, rebounded thanks to the new Dogmatica support. Even though that new support we never expected to actually have like any relevant meta relevance per se, but still, just I thought people would come in if they you know, they love the Dogmatica, they want the quarter century secret rare from the rarity collection Uno, but for now it hasn't panned out. Volume has been picking up near the lows though, just something to keep in mind. Wouldn't be surprised if this card hits the 20s in the short term, maybe even 25 to 30s in the midterm. The potential is there. We'll see if it happens. Nadir Servant just has continued to crash down from the highs. It's never looked back, so we'll continue to monitor how this one continues to perform throughout time. Then we have Sky Striker Ace Hayate. Ultimate Rare. I don't think I've ever seen this card this cheap. Literally, I know it has an alternate art quarter century, but the Ultimate Rare was $28-30 this past summer, and ever since, it's just crashed down. 50% crash. Wow. Card is $15-16. Of course, it's just a couple one-ups, and then it quickly goes to 20s, and it makes sense because it's like too cheap. 22 listings, guys. These people, you know, a lot of sales. Look at that. 13, 14, 14, 13s, 12s. Wow. Insane for this Ultimate Rare that always it used to be $40. It always used to be in the high 30s, $40, and now recently, you know, it was in the 20s, and then it's just boom, flash crashing here, falling knife mode towards 15s. I think these are great deals if you want exposure to the card. I can see it being, you know, back up into the 20s in the short term. 3 pages only, 22 listings, so just one to keep on your radar. Then you have number 39, Utopia. This OT from OTS Pack 17 used to be 950s, went up all the way to 20s, giving people the 2x return, and then crashing right back down to the scene of the crime. Crazy. Literally coming right back down, you know, to the price that is spiked up from 27 listings. And yeah, I mean, it got hyped because of the new Utopia support that, again, turned out to be nothing as usual. And the card is right back down to nothing prices. As you can see, the single digits. Volume has been coming in as of late. So if you want this Ultimate Rare, anything at around 10s, single digits, not bad at all. It does go towards 12s at the bottom of the page, up 20%. So if you want it, no better time to pick up this OTS number 39 Utopia Ultimate Rare. You have Trap Tricks Rafflesia, the Ultimate Rare as well, from OTS Pack 13. This card was $14. You know, between 14 and 15s, boom, crashing down. It says 1065s. Card is $8. 42 listings. I have a couple one-ups, and then it does head towards 10s into page 2. But yeah, if you've ever wanted this card, the card used to be $25 a year ago. Volume is coming in though as of late, because prices people feel is just too low. So anything at around 8s, I think it ages well. If you just need like your one-of, or you want this Ultimate Rare, single digits, probably most people didn't know that was the case. We have Dingirsu, the Orcus of the Evening Star. This card from OTS Pack 11 always used to be between $20 and $40, always. And now a year ago, again, the card was in the 20s as usual. Then Orcus came around, got support, people got hype, and the card was always in the 20s as always. And then all of a sudden, just flash crashing. A 50% dump out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, a 50% dump coming out of nowhere, and the card is $10. 35 listings. Like, this card has been one of the weirdest crashes, man. Like, it's done one of the weirdest crashes, because even the quarter century was like 15 to 20s, and then we woke up one day and it was $5. I'm like, what? I mean, the card, yeah, we get it. Orcus falling out of favor, no one plays the deck anymore, no one really cares about it. We understand, right? But like, it shouldn't have gone below the previous lows, like even before the support. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's like people are selling this with a vengeance. You know, and the card is $10, so not bad. If you like the Ultimate Rare, if you see it around there, if you see it in a binder, if you see it from a vendor at around $10-11, like, pick it up, man. You know, not bad as a Ultimate Rare from OTS Pack 11. Super old, hard to get, and the card is a generic rank 8. So people sleep on it. They just think it's just with Orcus. So just 10 bucks. It's too cheap, man. It's too cheap. I get it. We have the quarter century and we might get a start out in the future. We understand, but 10 bucks for this card, it's too cheap, boys. We have Metatronus. The card was 17, 18 bucks, and now it's crashing down. It says the 12s is 9 bucks, man. Wow, 56 listings. That's a one-off though. It quickly goes to 11s, but even at 11s, is down from the $18 highs. So if you need this card and you want the quarter century secret rare, you can come over here and pick it up. Take advantage of this retracement back down to the mean for Metatronus. The card is just good. It's broken. And at around 9, 10 bucks, 11 bucks, take advantage of that retracement if you really, really need the card. We have King of the Swamp, CR. It's 15 bucks. Card used to be 30 bones. Is down 50%. So 47 listings for the CR, not bad. I mean, hopefully this sees single digits. We'll see if it continues falling out of favor. No one's using the card much anymore, but it is an iconic Yu-Gi-Oh card, and for a CR version, 15s much better than 30s. At this point, I'd be waiting for 10s just to see if it goes down there. Not that it has to, but it has been crashing down hard in price as the card fell out of favor with like rarely any volume, guys. You know, you have the occasional deals here, but look, there was a week gap, a week in between right there. So yeah, not too much demand. The card is hard to move, hard to get as well, but yeah. Card is down 50% from the highs. Let me know what you guys think. And we have Sky Striker Ace Ray. This alternate art is 35, 36 bucks. Honestly, this card has done it multiple times already. Look, it came down at the mid-30s, went up to 50s, coming right back down to the mid-30s. I think this is double bottoming, forming a big W-shaped pattern. So again, if you have the spare hundo 110s for a playset of this, I'd be picking it up. I'd be picking it up at around 35s because quickly it goes back into the 40s. You have a 10 wall here at 37s, but 28 listings only, so the card is more scarce than people think. Stampede is just getting harder and harder to get. You're going to have Sky Striker players that they're going to want to collect these, get these for their decks. They're going to want the alternate arts. So at around 35, 36s, I'd be picking up this card before it hits 50s once again and beyond. So just one that I wanted to highlight for you guys to keep in mind. You have Mistaken Arrest. You know, this card used to be $25, and now crashing down into oblivion. It says 8s, and the card is around 9 bucks, 21 listings, but massive wall of China here coming in at around 9 bucks. So yeah, this card has just been crashing down. It quickly goes back up to 15, then 18s at the bottom of the page, but the walls of China are too big. There's not a lot of people really like coming in and rushing in and buying this card. So it's just crazy to see the card essentially down 2.5x from the highs here, just flash crashing. Probably a lot of people didn't know for the max rarity version of this card. Then you have Regenesis Archfiend. Again, this card used to be 82 bucks. Wild. Crashed down to 22s, and now we're getting consolidation. That's what you want to see, consolidation here with volume coming in recently with the new Regenesis support. Guys, 20 listings only. Don't take this for granted. If you're 40 plus minutes in, this is just free value. Like, yeah, Jay, but I don't play Regenesis. I don't really care about the guys. Quarter century here at 23 bucks, too cheap. At the bottom of the page, it hits a 50 piece. That's all I gotta say. 20 listings. If you come in here, anything I add around or under 25s is a steal. The card will be 50 bucks before you know it, and you can be up 2x laughing at the markets for a super scarce card that shouldn't get any reprints anytime soon, and you're buying the max rarity version. Just like Regenesis Lord, this card used to be 20, 21s, 22s. Volume, massive volume candle coming in at 13s. Same deal. New Regenesis card came out, not because the deck is all the end all be all meta wise, but still 35 listings. You don't know if people play this also in Genesis format. Keep it in mind, at 13s, this is a steal. It goes to 16s at the bottom of the page. This you mainly play at 1, so you don't have to go too crazy, but the volume is coming in fast. Don't let this V-shape recover and become 15s, 17s, $20 and beyond for this quarter century secret rare from Allen. We have Shadow Dragon. This card was 15 bucks, some sales even at the $20 mark, crashing down to 1150s, 34 listings, 4 pages only. Just wanted to highlight this one as it's retraced back down to the mean after the parabolic rise that it had recently. So again, it's a Shadow card. People need it. People are always gonna want it. And the card at one point was what, like 4 or 5 bucks? Crazy. Went up to 15 to 20s, and now it's still 1150s, holding strong, holding value. Not too many players playing Shadows, but it is a fan favorite deck. Shadow Dragon is a card per se. So yeah, just one to keep in mind. And lastly, the best quarter century secret rare from Stampede, Needleworm. This card used to be 7 bucks, and now it's just flash crashing, falling knife mode all the way down to the all-time lows of 353, 47 listings right here, guys. And then it does hit 4s down the line. So again, it's not like, oh my god, we all need needleworms, you know, not really, but volume has been picking up here as of late a tad bit. So if you're looking for a QCSR from Stampede at around 350s, not bad at all. You can get a playset for 10s. That'd be even better because it's an iconic Yu-Gi-Oh card. Even I remember playing like the mill deck way back when I was a kid, and I really used to love the deck. So Needleworm, man, it brings back memories. Guys, if you made it this far out into the video, make sure you subscribe, you ring that bell, you like the video on the way out. Would gladly appreciate it. Make sure you share this in one place in the group chat with some friends. It really does go a long way as the channel continues to grow. It's all thanks to amazing people like you guys. Stay tuned for our giveaway tomorrow. It's going to be jam-packed. It's going to be super fun. So stay tuned for that. And the free course coming soon. I haven't forgot about you guys. Just have to find a way to upload it somewhere so that we can get that out to the masses for free. Guys, thank you so much for your time, for your support, for your attention. Stay fresh.